Hi, third graders. This is Mr. B. We're going to get started with lesson 1. We'll be using the smartboard and I'll turn the lights off, but it would be handy to have these two charts, this one, and that one goes up and down, and really this one is the same. It's ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So either one works. Some people like it this way and some people like it this way. So you can use either one, and I'm going to turn the lights off and we'll get started. This is just like the page that you have, place value through thousands. Here's the question: how can numbers be expressed, ordered, and compared? Well, those are big words. We'll talk about each. The two words that we really want to keep coming back to, and I want you to keep this in mind, that we'll do this today, tomorrow, this week, next week, and really all year long. So we'll keep working on it. But here's the digits. You learn this in kindergarten or maybe even in preschool. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's all the digits. And with all those digits, we can make really big numbers, all the rest of them. To make 10, we would use the 1 and the 0. To make 37, we would use the digit 3 and the digit 7, and we get a bigger number. So we can keep on going all the way to the thousands and even past that too, but we'll stay just with the thousands. The place value of a digit, depending on if it's in the ones or the tens or the hundreds, will determine how much that really is worth, or how big is that number. So the more digits we add, obviously the value keeps getting bigger and bigger as we go. We can use our base 10 blocks to kind of see how much this is. Well, it's talking about the Statue of Liberty. I'm not going to read all of it. 1,813. Here's our number, and we're highlighting the 1. The 3 is right here, 3 in the ones. And the 1, that's in the tens, so there's only one of them showing here. 8 in the hundreds, that's right, 8 hundreds, and that would be right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this big block right here has 10 of those hundreds, and that is 1,000. So we can use our chart. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to start with the 3. The 3 is in the ones right here, and so that would be a 3. The value of the 1 in the tens, well, there's only one of them, 110. The 8 is in the hundreds, there's 8 of them, and if we counted up 800s, it'd be a value of 800, that goes right here. And the value of the 1 is all the way into the thousands. There's only one of them. There's only one, but that's a lot because it's in the thousands place. So I'll erase this. And we'll go to the next slide. We'll slide this down, and now we have, I'm sorry, I'll go back to 1. The highlighted digit 1 is in the what place then? Whoops. Slide that down. Grab my pen too early. Here's the number, 1,000. We say 1,000 when we see the comma. Read the 1 first, 1,000, and then the next 3, 813. The highlighted digit 1 is in which place? The thousands. So we'll write thousands, and there's only one of them, so the value of it is 1,000 with 3 zeros after it. 1,000. Now I'll erase that, and we'll go to the next slide. Remember, you can always go to Connect McGraw-Hill Go to Austin Public Schools, Family, scroll down to McGraw, and there's a lot of help. All the information that we're doing here is right there. Let's take a look at place and value to start. We're going to go over this together. 5 is highlighted, and if you look at your chart, you have that handy. If you need to use that, use your chart, and we'll count ones, tens, hundreds. It's in the hundreds. This question is also asking, what's the value? The place is in the hundreds, and the value, since it's in the hundreds, 5 hundreds is 500. 5 and then 0, 0, 500 in the hundreds place. Let's look at number 4. Oh, that should be an easy one. That's in the ones place. And there's only 2 of them. 2 ones is 1, 2. We'll take a look now. The 2, what place? Ones, tens. It's in the tens, and there are 2 of them. We'll count 10, 20. So let's write 20 there. 0, well, it's in the ones place, and 0 ones is 0. But it's important. The zeros are important. That's a placeholder. There's a 0, but it has to be there. That's in the hundreds, or the 1 wouldn't be in the thousands. Let's take out the 3. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So we'll write 1,000 with an S, the thousands place, and the value is 3,000. Say 1,000 when you get to the comma. 3,000. 0, well, that's in the ones, tens, and the value of that is 0. Now, the next words here I'm going to kind of go over. I'm going to pull up a different chart, and let's see if we can get, I'll click over here first. Let's take a number, 4,251. We call this the standard way of writing a number. It's called standard form. That's how we normally do it. But we can also do it in what's called expanded. So it's a big word, and we're going to look at each digit, and we're going to write plus signs. 4 is in the thousands, so that 4 has a value of 4,000. The 2 is in the hundreds, so we're going to write a plus sign. So this is 4,000 plus the 2's in the hundreds, 200, plus the tens, 5 tens. We'll count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And last, we'll put the plus for 1 in the ones plus 1. We call that expanded form. And the last one is written form. We have to write words. This takes a little bit of writing, but we won't do too many of them. So we're going to write the words for 4,000. 4,000. And after 1,000, when we say 1,000, we write a comma, 4,000. So 4,000, comma. Now this is 200, spelled 2, and then 100. And I'm going to have to write down below 4,251. And I'll write my 51 right here. 50. And in between the 50 and the 1, we call that a hyphen right there. Now we'll go back to our other chart. And I'm going to erase these and slide it up. Write each number standard. That's how we usually write numbers like this. So let's try this one together. Slide that up just a little bit more. Standard first. Read this here. 4,000 plus 678. 4,678. 4,678. 678. Standard. Try this one. How would you say that? And how would we write it? This is expanded. We're going to write the normal way we usually write numbers, standard. 3,021. 3,021. But what about the hundreds? We better use a placeholder. There's the hundreds, 21. Now here we have words. Let's read 7,000, 7,641. 641. Next, 8,000. 8 with a comma for 1,000. And we'll read the other side of the comma now. 760. 760. Here's the expanded. We'll start with this. And we're going to say 4,000. How do we write 4,000? 4,000. 3 is in the hundreds, 300. This 3 is in the tens, 10, 20, 30. And finally the ones plus 2. It's a lot. I know you can do it. Do the ones that I haven't completed. I'm going to erase that, and you can practice your homework, which after you finish 14, let's try to go look at 16, because this one's a little bit of work. I want to look at 16. Here you can write the value of each one, write your number. It says write all 3-digit numbers that have a 3 in the tens place and a 5 in the ones. Each one of these squares, we're going to have a 3 in the tens and a 5 in the ones. A 3 in the tens and a 5 in the ones. A 3 in the tens and a 5 in the ones. We're going to write all of them. First digit in the hundreds, we could write a 1. So 135. This one we can write a 2. 235. Here is a, you get the idea, 335. Write the others. And then, boys and girls, here's a helper on McGraw-Hill. Here's your homework page. You have your charts, you have your base 10 blocks, and some big words, standard, expanded, and word. I know it's a lot, third graders, but we will practice several times. We'll just keep going over this and over this because it's going to take a lot of practice, and I know you guys can do it. So I'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Bye.